Welcome to the Random Adventures with Matt. I haven't done one of these in a while, so we're gonna give it a try. Today we're staying here just outside of Cleveland, Ohio, off of Brook Park Road. We're staying at the Orbit Hotel. It's part of Wyndham, but it's not really like one of their brands or anything. It is a former NASA office complex. So it's part of the Glenn, or whatever it was called back then, I forget. Part of the research center here in the Cleveland area. Is built in the Kennedy administration for their offices. Today it is a hotel called the Orbit. Next door to the Orbit is the Centaur. That's one of the larger buildings on the site. That is all apartments. I don't know if I'll be able to get in there or not, but the Orbit, of course, it's a very cool hotel. I believe it's 50 something rooms. So let's take a quick look around. One of the cooler things about the Orbit Hotel is that it happens to be right across the street from this. That's the NASA Glenn Research Center, Lewis Field, for the benefit of all research and technology. This direction, of course, is Cleveland Hopkins Airport. That is Brook Park Road. I believe that's the name of it. Over here, the Orbit Hotel. You can tell architecture definitely from the 60s because, of course, that's when it was built. Over here is some signage. I believe, don't quote me, but I believe the hotel has been here as a hotel now for a few months. I think it's relatively new as the hotel. I watched a thing on the news on YouTube that said that they were, just opening it up, and that was just a few months ago. So, no older reviews either. It is a very nice hotel. I've been in the room for a little bit, just checking it out. Over this direction, the bigger building, that is the Centaur. It is apartments. I don't know how much they go for. This, of course, is the Orbit. Let's go ahead and head inside. Actually, you can just walk with me here because real quick over there. Cleveland Hopkins. The Orbit. I do believe they have a hotel shuttle. Don't quote me on that. You might want to call these hotels. Don't quote a random YouTuber that doesn't know what they're talking about. Over here I noticed this when I was walking earlier. Cool Orbit Hotel neon sign there. That's pretty cool. Let's go inside. My friend Nestle is probably going to say hi to me because she's super nice. Which is a good sign. Good sign. Art on the walls of the NASA administration. Wine pour station.
Yeah, but the other one showed that.
The room is on the second floor, so we are going to awkwardly climb these stairs. As you can tell, even like the flooring looks pretty old. Second floor. Come here. I don't know if that is like a meeting room or what that's supposed to be. There's the elevator. If you're a person who's not like me, afraid of elevators, you would take that. There's a lot more art here from NASA. I did already see a dog here, so I know they are a pet-friendly hotel. There is kind of a neat seating area. I like these retro phones here. The rotary dial. It's pretty cool. When I first saw this hallway, it kind of spooked me a little bit, but I think it's pretty cool now. And we're going to take a look at one of the rooms. Of course, my room, staying in 208. It's down at the end of the hallway. Took me a second to find, but I found it. It's right here, actually. Going inside, this is kind of a unique layout for a room. When you first come in, there's like a big mirror. Immediately to your right, you have the bathrooms. Of course, this was, like I said, an office building at one time, so not really laid out. Yeah, I'm sure they did a lot of work to the layout, because I'm sure it wasn't laid out for apartments or hotel rooms. It is a pretty nice big shower. And hello, I got my map of Cleveland for later. Here we have, in fact, I'll toss that there. We do have a fridge. They did provide 2 bottles of water in there. That's handy. Closet. Now this is kind of cool. Look over here. I've got kind of a seating area. Almost like if this was an apartment, it would be like your living room or something like that. So I think that's pretty cool. And you turn around the corner here. It's a little dark, but here is the here's the bedroom. I did do 2 queen beds. It was a little bit cheaper that way. I'm staying here by myself, but it was a little bit cheaper to do it that way. So I'm going to maybe switch beds in the middle of the night. And of course, the rotary dial phone in the room as well, next to the modern remote control. Small desk over there. There's a TV here. And another TV here. If you're asking, well, Matt, you're in a cool area. Why don't we see the view? It's not much. It's kind of pretty. I believe the back property is part of the Metro Park system. But for the most part, we're just looking at trees and the immediate trees, which are nice in the fall here, and a couple vehicles. Probably move my car back here in a little bit. So that's another random adventure of Matt. Hope you enjoyed this tour. This is a very cool building. I totally love it. I totally love the location. I also think that if you were in the area and you're looking for a place that just happened to be near Cleveland Hopkins for a good rate, you might want to check this out as well. So that being said, hello and goodbye, and thanks for watching. This has been another random adventure of Matt.